Welcome, guys. Welcome to our live stream. So we are going to be talking about, is it possible to have generational wealth in this next bull run? When we're talking about generational wealth with crypto in the next bull run, or even life-changing, because when you get to generational wealth, now we're talking in like multi-millions. What would you consider a good amount of money that you would think would be life-changing money? Maybe not necessarily, you can retire at 25, but it would change your economic status. What would that number be? Well, we got to be very, very strategic about this. We got to be very strategic about what we invest in. Of course, in my thought process is when we're investing in crypto projects, we want something that has maybe a lower market cap, right? Because if you think of it, Bitcoin's going to make you what? 2x maybe? Okay, maybe 3. What's Ethereum? 4 to 5. Now I'm talking this next bull run, guys. I'm not talking about the one after that. I'm talking about coming up into 2024, 2025. I would much rather put money into low cap, high quality altcoin that has a low price tag that I could see 5, 10, 15, 20x gains. Our goal in this next bull run should be to make a minimum of 10x. So let's say, for example, you invested $3,000 into your crypto. You times that, right? 3,600, that's $30,000. From $3,000 to $30,000, that's pretty good. A lot of it's going to be determined on how much you have in a crypto. Are you diversifying your portfolio? Are you investing in highly speculative coins? We have to have the right mindset too, right? In this next bull cycle, like right now, right here, this past couple of years, this, in my opinion, is a great time, and there's still time to enter positions. Even though we're going up with crypto, market-wide, we're still down. So we're still down. So even if you decided that you wanted to buy into a crypto project now, yeah, it's in the green, but if you look back at its height, where is it at? Where it was at when it was at its all-time high? Then you can determine, do I want to buy? Because even if it's high, it's still probably going to be low. So we talk about buying on red candles and making sure you're buying the dip and all that kind of stuff. We've been in a dip for 2 years. The biggest thing that we can do is whatever we can get involved in, and I want to get your thoughts, is putting in whatever we can. If we got stuff lying around the house that we don't need, sell it. That's like extra. It's like free money, right? If you have something that someone else could use and you sell it for $20, hey, that $20 can go right into your portfolio, and that'll get you 50, 60 ADA, or it might get you 1,000 Gala, or a couple of hundred XLM or whatever. Anything that we can do now to prepare for the next bull cycle is only going to help us, is only going to get us more prepared and get us ready. The industries that I think are going to do well are, of course, Web3 gaming. I think that AI is going to play a huge role in this next bull cycle. If we want to create life-changing money for ourselves, we need to what? Increase our income, increase what we can invest in, or how much more we can invest in. Have a yard sale. You make a couple $100, put that in crypto. Put that in your portfolio. Look, I have a drum set, amazing drum set, zillion cymbals, I have mics, you name it, I've got it. I'm willing to let that go and sell it because I want to take that money that I sell from that and put it into my crypto portfolio. And then once I make the money I want, then I'm going to buy it back. What can I do to help increase my portfolio? And what tokens am I going to be involved in? You can shoot for good quality projects that have a low market cap and a low price point, where you might be able to, if you do your research and you're thinking, okay, if this can go 3 to 5, 10x. Gala, for example, it was 83 cents at its height, at its all-time high. It's what, 2 cents or so now? I could easily see that going back to its all-time high. So if you've been continually buying in, I mean, a lot of people say $1, maybe, it depends. It's just really taking the time to research and finding what crypto projects resonate with you. I'm a big believer in DCA, dollar cost averaging. It helps mitigate your risk. I'm not a financial advisor, by the way, guys. But for me, why do lump sum when I can buy weekly? And it's also helps us to accumulate because we're in the accumulation phase right now. Bitcoin halving is going to be coming up in the spring of 2024, which is when I think, it's what my gut's telling me, that's when really the bull market will really take off. How else can we create life-changing money? Staking your crypto and earning rewards for helping secure the network, validating transactions, things like that. That it can only help us. Any point proof of stake crypto that I have, I'm staking it. You just got to know what are the lockup periods, what's the unlock period. If you're thinking of maybe the next bull cycle, like 2030, it's not that far off. Okay, it's not that far off. Cycles are usually every couple of years, right? So we're still in the bears. Bears are still ruling and running around doing their thing. We're probably going to be 2024, 2025, because you figure a bear cycle lasts about 2 years. Bull cycle maybe a year to 2 years. Crypto, and I tell people, is not for the faint of heart. It's not. You have to be patient. You have to be strategic. You have to not listen to all the noise that's going on around you, because that could distract you and get you and make you lose your focus. Let's say you have $3,000, $5,000. Let's say $5,000. That's 5, 10. It's $50,000. You're making 10x. Then you could take profits. You take some money out. Use something for to reinvest, which I think it would be something that would be very, very important to do. Take money that you can reinvest, maybe put some money away in a high yield savings account somewhere, and have money to go on a trip with your family or whatever. Reward yourself for all the hard work you're doing, because it's a continuing cycle. And now's the time, in my view, to accumulate like crazy. Get as much friggin' crypto as you possibly can. If you want to do Bitcoin, get some Bitcoin. If you want to get ETH, you can get ETH. And another thing you can do with your Bitcoin is, let's say you have $500 in Bitcoin. You make $60, $70. You can also, and I've done this, keep in my initial investment and take the other profits and roll them into another one of my cryptos. That's another option. That's another possibility. So now you're keeping that going, right? You make $20 from Ethereum. Okay, bang, I take that out. I don't spend it. I put it into one of my other crypto projects where I start a new position. There's so many things we can do to help ourselves out. I also recommend spreading out your portfolio. Don't put all of your crypto on one wallet or on one exchange, because if you put all your eggs in one basket, guys, and all of a sudden something happens, you're fucked. We are educating ourselves on to be responsible, successful crypto investors. If you're watching and you're enjoying this live stream and you've checked out maybe some of our videos, but you still haven't done it, hit that subscribe button and hit your notification bell. If you have a project like Shiba Inu, and let's say they're running 5 or 6 zeros, you don't have to get to a penny to make life-changing money with SHIB. If it's at 5 zeros now, you get down to 3 zeros or 2 zeros, depending on how much you have invested. A lot of people think, oh, we gotta reach this amount. Well, if you have quite a bit of it and you believe in it, and all of a sudden it starts to pump, you could be seeing some major profits, assuming you're going to take them. A lot of people have this thing where we don't take profits. There's a saying, no one ever went broke taking profits. Start thinking about that now, because we still have time. We're not in a hurry yet. So take a deep breath, take some time, and start creating a strategic plan about your cryptos. Trust me, because if you go off FOMO and you're just freewheeling it, man, you're going to be in deep crap, because Now you're going off impulse. Now you're going off emotion. Investing on emotion is never a good thing. Even if Bitcoin drops down to 30K, which is possible, then what an amazing buying opportunity for your cryptos. Because again, everything follows Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin's the granddaddy, then you have Ethereum, and then you have everybody else. People are going to invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then all that money will roll over into alts. Even if it does hit 30, and honestly, unless something really massive happens, I don't really think it will. I don't think it will. But if it does, it is what it is. We just got to go with it. Everything that we do should be geared towards helping us on our way to get the financial freedom. Every decision we make, do I really need to go out for dinner again? Do I really need to go and drop another 40, 50 bucks at the movies? Or do I really need to, go to the bar, go to the club and drop $100 with my friends? It's all about choices. And we have to determine, what are we serious about? Are we serious about making money and doing our very, very best and creating the life we want for ourselves and for our family? This is the time where it's like we're focusing on the short-term pain, I guess if you want to call it that, for long-term gain. Sacrificing, depending on how you look at it, is maybe something that has to be done. I don't look at it as sacrificing. Okay, it's like, oh, what would I rather do? I'd rather take $100 and put it into my crypto investments, where I know it's like that $100 could turn to 1,000. Or do I want to just go and do something stupid where it's not helping, it's not serving me? So it comes down to how serious, how bad we want it, how smart we are. My goal is to keep everybody as centered as possible. Keep you grounded. Keep you from not falling into all the FOMO, all the FUD, all the emotion, all the craziness that's going to happen. And if this bull run, if it's anywhere near what we're talking about, $25 million trillion market cap, or a $10 trillion market cap, guys, it's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. And what we don't want to do is, when everyone else is going crazy, we need to be calm. All right? We need to be calm, cool, collected. We need to have a plan. Remember, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Sit down, figure out what's your strategy. What do you want to do when the bulls take over? Having a plan, accumulating. Right now, we still got time, and just doing your very, very best, investing what you can, diversifying your portfolio as best you can, keeping it safe and secure. Don't go telling everybody how much ADA you have. You come out and you tell someone you have 20,000 ADA, and it's at $3 a pop. Not good. Be very careful who you share what you have. Be careful if you're out in a bar and you've had a few too many. I wouldn't necessarily go saying how much Bitcoin you have. If you say you have 3,000 or 4,000 to 5,000 invested in crypto, okay, let's say $5,000. By the time the next bull run hits, you got $5,000. All right, let's just be conservative here. That's 50K. That's 10x. That's good, guys. That's still really good. And if you play your cards right, you pull some out, you reinvest it, you put it in cash, you take some, you put it in a high yield account, it can set you up for the next bull run. We have the opportunity to increase our quality of life, maybe give us a little bit of a nest egg. So guys, I appreciate you all very, very much. And remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps.